It is almost back to school, which means those bedtimes, they gotta roll back.
Yeah.
Sleep expert Amanda Jewson is here to help us get your kids back into a routine. Now, first thing you suggest moving our bedtimes back, or do you want to start talking about the routines first?
Let's talk about the routines, because I think it all flows in together.
Agreed.
The last time I was here, we were talking about getting into the summer routine, and my family, we love a visual chart.
Right.
We're taking it to the next level now in talking about, I think the hardest thing for kids and adults to do is get into that morning routine.
Oh,
You're
so
up,
hard.
and it's like you have to get your backpack, get dressed, and now
put your lunch away, everything.
Exactly.
Yeah.
You can buy these charts where when a child completes the task, they simply flip I'm done. And I'm telling you, my kids are 11 and 9, and they really find it visually satisfying to see the check or the X. I totally recommend these. It also can come into a bedtime routine. We're going to talk about that because when you have those early mornings, we also have the early nights. My family's going to bed later. You're saying yours is too.
I can't even. Like,
I know.
The fights that I'm going to have, you know.
The good news is the sun is on our side here. So the sun is going down a little bit earlier, which should help. But sometimes, again, we're a visual family. Outlining on the calendar, hey, 7 to 10 days ahead of time, we're going to bed 10 to 15 minutes earlier every day until we get back. Make it a game. Maybe say, you know, every 3 days we're going to get a sticker. Every 3 days we're going to go for
a sticker.
What I know, not for your 11-year-old. But if you have younger kids,
and that wants a sticker, she'll take a sticker.
You get all
adorable.
the stickers. Stickers, ice cream, whatever works for your family, dollar signs, whatever it takes. You go to bed without yelling at me, you get $5.
Totally. Like legit at my house. There's no messing around. They are 10 and 13 and they're like, Mom,
it's happening.
I need more than a sticker.
It's true. Well, listen, if you're really struggling with the earlier bedtimes, trying to wake your kids up earlier as well so they're tired for bedtime, that's going to be
and I think like by the time they get a little bit older too, you have to kind of point out the reason why you're cranky right now, or the reason why you have a headache right now, and they can start to resignate a little bit better, 100%.
Right? And we talked about this, you know, ahead, making it really explicit. This is what's going to happen. This is why, especially for those older kids, you're going to get more buy-in when they're a part of the solution.
Agreed. Okay, let's talk about bedtime routine, because I think, like, even for the littler ones, like when you're going into JK, SK grade 1, like this is like, this whole stack speaks volumes to me. I'm like, 100%. Oh, I remember these days.
You've been there. And you know, we talk about kids and routines, but even for the adults in the room, like if you're having trouble going to bed, a solid routine is so key, and it's all the same. I bring the iPad because in my house, we've been watching more screens,
time
TV.
To detox.
It is time to detox. Take this out of your routine completely an hour ahead of time. I'm so sorry.
It's
even
true.
For the grown-ups.
No, it's so true.
You want to add in a book, bath, anything. Now, what I'm really suggesting to folks lately, this is my little speaker. It's my little, it's my daughter's actually, and I stole it from her.
I love that you stole it from her.
Yeah, finally, reverse, exactly. So I stole that from her to talk about, you can make a solid bedtime routine playlist that you play in the hallway as people are doing things, like calm songs. Get your kids involved, get your teens involved. What do you want in the last hour? What do you want to listen to? Again, the more involvement from the child, the more buying that you're going to get, the less fighting that you're going to get at 8:30 p.m.
It's true, but then it's like the argument. Well, I'm my 10-year-old. I'm 10 years old. I don't need 12 hours of sleep. I only need 7 hours of sleep. And then I'm like Googling it. I'm like, okay, how can I prove this kid wrong? And then you first Google it and it says, well, no, they only need anywhere between 7 to 12 hours of sleep.
I would say at 10 years old, I want to see the minimum would be around 9. So listen to this wherever 9 to 12 hours. 9 to 12 hours for a long time. Really, you know, into middle school, high school, that 10 to 12 hours sticks for quite some time. So, I mean, some kids are going to be on the higher end, some kids are going to be on the more, but, you know, it can't hurt to try.
I would love to have 10 to 12 hours
Me
to sleep
too.
with you. Okay, well, thank you so much for being here and giving some really helpful tips to parents out there. And we need to take some of these tips to heart as well as the adults in the room.